Alright, welcome to episode 89 of Adventures in Inbetweening. Today I am looking at a 2010 Studio Ghibli film, The Secret World of Arrietty. This is based on a 1952 novel by Mary Norton called The Borrowers, based loosely on that. I read that when I was a kid. There's so much wonderful stuff here. We'll start with the storyboards. You can see that everything in the storyboards, I'm guessing these are by Miyazaki-san. Look at how beautiful these boards are. You can see that the crow there, it isn't quite determined how the crow is going to be attacking Nia the cat here. So the crow actually lands on the back of Nia, pecking away, stomping away here. Ow, that's gotta hurt. Nia's being patient, biding her time, just putting up with it, waiting. And now the fur is starting to show irritation. It's wiggling there. The crow knows what's coming. The crow's backing off. Here comes Nia. There's the face. The crow starts to take off, but Nia's fast. Nia, look how quickly Nia can roar up there. The crow, these wonderful trailing shapes there with the wings, off fast. You can see the crow is looking back. Here comes Nia leading with the elbow. Scary mouth. Here comes that paw. And see, it's funny. It's almost like fighting, like leading with one and then hitting with the other one. Boom! Swipes fast, knocks the crow into the head, tumbles around. The cat's following through. This is it goes by so fast. You don't even necessarily see the hit when you're watching it in real time. You just kind of feel, whoa, that was a bunch of crazy stuff happening. Cat's continuing forward. The crow's going to be fine, but the crow needs to recover here. Look at these terrific silhouettes. Everything's just so absolutely clear here. That's obviously a cat, obviously a bird. And then we cut to the next shot, mid-action. The crow's wings are flapping, just a bunch of chaos to start the shot, and then boom, the crow's flying off here. And just a note about, and you can see these feathers flying. Nia, the cat, is really scary at the beginning, but Nia softens later on and actually becomes friends with Arietti and some of the other borrowers. And you see how the wings are working out here, extending down. Yeah, just very bird-like and believable, off into the distance, just like the boards. Wonderful stuff. And now we've got Nia. It's hard to believe that Nia is friends with Arietti later on, because Nia is terrifying here. Arietti jumps down, turning around. Oh, sees a little acorn. Gonna go pick that up. Cool, okay. Got some leaves, got a little bit more here. So this is the idea of the borrowers are they're tiny people that live in the world of humans, and everything that they do is just borrowing, from humans and from nature. Arietti's unconcerned. She's seen this all before, but look how terrifying Nia is. The metal bars are bending here. I mean, this is a scary animal. We already know how tough the cat is based on the crow. Still trying. Arietti's like, it's fine. Still has her back turned to the cat. Walking forward slowly. Nia's stretching out. Oh, that almost looks like Nia could reach her there. That's kind of look at the claws extended. I mean, this cat is not playing around here. But the metal bars bounce back and cause that distortion on the face there. Now Arietti turns and it's like, oh, it's you. Yeah, you're still there. And the cat's still not giving up. Clawing and clawing away there. Look at just wonderful shapes. And then look at this close-up on the cat. Even more extreme here. Pushing around, switching paws, trying to get one through, then the other through, forcing itself against the metal bars, the distortion, the fur overlapping there. Look at the shiny claws. We've got these 4 different fur colors here. Terrific stuff. This is all based on one board pose, but the animator, came up with some wonderful ideas here. Look at those wild eyes. Just staggering towards the camera. And scale. That's another thing. All through this, there's plants and leaves. There's constant reminders of the scale and how small we are. Look how scary this is. Looking right into the cat's mouth, and we see 3 colors on the tongue there. The highlight, the regular color, and the tone. And the cat's stymied. Nia's going to come back later. Just wonderful shapes there. Now this is a beautiful long pan. Now everything here is like I say, this is all about the scale. Look at that. We've got the feathers and the stones and the little plants. And this is a major long pan here. I've taken a bunch of screenshots and put them all together. You can see how far this pan goes. This shot's like 10, 11 seconds long. And this is just a massive piece of artwork. If it was, if it was existing in the real world, if it wasn't digital, it'd be many feet long. And it allows Arriety to just show us the world, show us underneath the house. This is, the foundation of the house here, all these little places underneath that the borrowers live in. Everything is big blocky shapes. The leaves that Arriety's carrying are very, very simple. Arriety's not scared. These are friendly bugs. These are grasshoppers. They want the leaves. Look, there's one biting it. And again, this goes so quickly. When you see this in real time, you don't necessarily even see the chomp and the tumble. Arriety yanks the leaf away. No. And the grasshoppers, they're not hurt. They're just very cartoony. It's funny because Arriety is a very human-like character, but then all the bugs are kind of wide-eyed and crazy looking. This one's recovering on the right. The one on screen left is trying to steal again. Pulling. Arriety says, "Don't touch. No, you can't have it." The grasshoppers, hopping along. They're kind of like, like big dogs. They want to play. They want to play. And another scale reminder there all the way through. These just a little piece of wood there. Nice foreground element with a twig. These rocks, everything is reminding us constantly how small Arriety is in this big world of humans. Grasshoppers are still following along, but they're listening. They're being obedient now. They're not going to try and take the leaves. They're just going to watch her go. She's gaining on screen. Grasshoppers falling behind. And that's our long pan. And it's just it's such a terrific use of artwork and time and sound. Peeling design. Now, we've got physics here. So you can see the three colors on the water here. Because we're zoomed into this small world, physics works differently. If you look at, say you look at a glass of water and the water's filled to the top, if you look really closely, it curves at the top. And that's what happens when you get onto a small scale like this. So when you have a splash, it's going to have these very simple curved shapes. It's not going to have a lot of detail. If you add too much detail, now it's four colors without a highlight. If you add too much detail, it feels large. So the lack of detail is what makes it feel small. That's what happens with the clothing. Clothing is very simple. We don't have a lot of complex edges there. It's all constantly reminding us of the scale. The other thing that's helping us with the scale is the camera placement. We're always really close to the ground. And all the way through here, where we're just showing all these different pieces of the human world. Look at this thread here. It's like a rope, and these nails are like beams of metal. And the father here is bringing up this thread. You can see the spool winding up there. Arriety is rising up. She's got this little tiny light bulb. Nuts and bolts are, as big as somebody's hand or as big as their heads. Here's that tiny light bulb. Look at the hexagonal nuts that is on the rope there that Arriety brings up, swinging back and forth. This is Ariety's first time borrowing, so she hasn't been here before. This is all new to her, and she's kind of nervous. A strong light source here, just so dramatic, shows the drama. Clear boards, look again how clear, just wonderfully expressive those storyboards are. Nice shapes, again in the fabric. It's nothing complex here, just some simple shapes. And then when it comes to drawing on the highlights and tones here, again, keep in mind that all the way through, these had to be drawn frame by frame. This is so time consuming and complex and requires so much skill. It's such a beautiful example of 2D animation. And yeah, now the fingers are tight, so we're getting that contrast, telling again, beginning, middle, end. Yeah, and that's just from the first 20 minutes of Arriety. There's a lot more in that film, and if you haven't seen it, please check it out. It's got some wonderful scenes in it. And thanks for checking out my breakdown today. Take care. I'll see you next time.